What's up, world? This is WeNeeda5th. This your man Mo. Got my man P in the building. And my man Hill in the building.
Checking in. Power forward, P.
Again, man. But before we get to that, I want to get y'all opinion on a couple of news stories I read out there. And also, we want to express our condolences for one of the pillars in Hollywood history, literary history for her own self. But before we get to that, matter of fact, let's get to that. Debbie Allen, Felicia Rashad's mother, Vivian Allen passed away. She was 102 years old.
Full life.
She was a poet in her own right, won a Pulitzer Award for a long form poem named Hawk, where she used space to allegorize freedom, the fight for freedom and stuff like that. Can't say enough about what her daughters have done in Hollywood and Broadway. Lived a complete and full life.
Studied at Rice,
Yes.
Columbia,
Yes.
Princeton,
Yep.
to say the least. I heard those are somewhat prestigious. Too.
And she also, whatchamacallit, developed, she also wrote a classic poetry collection called Spice of Dawns in 1952. Her long-form poem that won the Pulitzer Prize is enlarged and reproduced on display in NASA's Johnson Space Center. She studied classical Greek at Rice, Columbia, and Princeton, researched Mayan culture and astronomy. She also developed an educational program called Workshops in Open Fields that was recognized by the National Endowment for the Arts as a national prototype for grassroots programming. So she was a pioneer in her own right, and she gave birth to future pioneers with her daughters.
Well accomplished. Apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, as you can see.
So, giving our condolences to the family and celebrating a life well lived.
Definitely. Well said.
On another note, we want to talk about Gabby Thomas. Put out Instagram message out there where she basically says, hey, if you're using steroids, if you're a coach that promoted steroids and courts using steroids, you should be banned for life. Some people think this was a subtle dig at Sha'Carri Richardson because her coach has been caught using steroids, human growth hormones, as an athlete and as a coach, giving it to his athletes in the past. So some people are thinking that, hey, she's trying to take a dig at Sha'Carri because of that.
Can I be the cynic in this one and say that watching like Olympic sports and track and field and seeing it sullied growing up in the 80s and 90s, that I'm desensitized now and saying, shame on you, Gabby, for not catching up to the learning curve. I assume it all is I assume that everyone is using it to some extent. And natural to me now means somewhat enhanced. I mean, I know you're doing your own regimen, and I'm not one of those that like saying, and I feel bad saying this, that I prefer it to be natural. I'm just assuming that with nutrition and everything, we all have to have some type of enhancement.
And I mean, that leads to another discussion in the sense that, hey, especially if the enhancement doesn't cause any lingering after effects or is not addictive or something to that effect, should professional athletes be allowed to take human growth hormone?
No,
for example,
because it enhances you.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's cheating. I don't disagree.
I mean, but when you think that, hey, like you would say, this is their profession.
Mm-hmm.
They're paid to be the best athlete that they can be.
naturally.
Right.
It doesn't say it has to be natural.
Well,
it just say be the best.
Obviously, it does if you get caught for doping. Like, you know what I mean? Well, I
Yeah,
guess it's
yeah.
an unwritten rule.
Yeah,
It's not legal to take it, so obviously, they
Yeah.
want you to be clean.
Right. But I'm thinking, like, people have taken more steps to enhancements as opposed to bettering their own natural abilities. That I've been feeling that, and I'm hoping I'm wrong, and I'm hoping that it's all natural and just maybe just progression of the human race that we have just gotten all better. But I actually think that when people say nutrition is better, I feel that there's some sort of, it's not like they're eating an apple and they're running a 3.9 for 40.
I think when they say nutrition, I think people are more knowledgeable. Like, you know what I mean?
Of
Calories,
what-
macros,
of
all
what
that
food
stuff.
Like protein,
Wait, but then
healthy
after that,
fats, stuff
right?
like
But and it's like, all right, but with that, it's like saying, all right, I'm cutting my carbs, I'm doing all this. I'm like, that's great.
Mhm.
But then the diet still has. So what is that? I just mix a little bit of some whey protein and some like when you're getting into those areas
Okay,
of.
the whey protein is a gray area.
So, but
I agree with
that's
that.
Like in every type of regimen.
So to me, that's I don't even know if that's legal or not. But if it is, that's like legal enhancement.
but it's over the counter. So people say,
Right,
well, if
yeah.
you know anything about whey and everything like that, it allows me to get more reps when I'm doing. That's enhancing your like if you not
I agree.
doing multiple weights and everything like that. There was no way when we were doing weightlifting and
Right,
everything like
right.
that. So if your body is able to recover quicker with these things which are over the counter, I'm assuming that everyone is just some people have found a way to beat the system and maybe mask it a little bit better. But
or being more blatant about it.
hats off to Gabby that she's being natural and still winning.
Yeah.
So that should make her feel a little bit better inside. And I don't know if that for her to try to reach me and say that we should all be. No, I'm fine with super soldiers. I'm good with it. I'm perfectly fine.
Super.
I want to see like the
Can't take you nowhere, yo.
You're a Captain America fan, huh?
Oh man.
I
Bucky
grew up on
Barnes
offense.
and
Listen, I
Captain
grew up on 300.
Worked for him.
I grew up on 350-pound offensive linemen not being able to run under a 5. That's not natural.
Now he passes a running back. It's crazy. Natural.
He ran running back. I've seen it.
I
Come
don't want
on.
to start naming names.
That's not right,
Let's
right?
move
Like,
on.
man, but I don't know y'all feelings about it. Like it's about. Do y'all feel like it's?
I'm with Gabby. I in a perfect world, which we don't live in, I want everyone clean. But
Yeah.
like you said,
want
as quick
racism.
as you can find them cheating, they'll find a way to mask it. You know what I mean? Like this one in the laboratory now, make it another masking agent where you're not going to get caught. But,
I want it
but
equal.
as far as the doping thing, yeah, if you get caught, I think you should get banned for life. That's a pretty good deterrent.
Yeah, I'm of the thought that, especially for coaches, I need.
Go on.
Oh no,
Yeah,
no, runners
for
Players
life.
Everybody.
Everyone.
It's hard
And
for me to believe a
doping,
world class
and
athlete
doping,
doesn't know what's going in
And
your body.
racism, and world hunger, and it all. Like,
Oh man.
oh man.
Hey, what do you guys think? Should coaches that give their athletes steroids or human growth hormone to cheat, should they be banned for life? Do you agree with Gabby Thomas?
Down with dope.
Hit us up on social media, Facebook, Instagram. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification button so you know when the next video is coming out. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen to your podcasts. And you can hit us up directly at WeNeeda5th@gmail.com. Another story I wanted to get into, and P, involving one of your favorite directors, Spike Lee.
Wait for me.
I beat
No, here, other side. There you go. Go ahead. I want you on camera like that long.
Whatchamacallit, and he was doing a documentary with Colin Kaepernick, and for ESPN, basically documenting, Colin's issues with the NFL and stuff like that. ESPN and Spike Lee have decided that they're no longer doing that documentary, won't release it. Hasn't talked about, they say, creative differences. But he also put out today that he will not be releasing it on another platform. So it's not like, hey, he don't do it for ESPN so he can do it for Netflix.
It'll be interesting to find out if he can release it. How much does he own? How much does ESPN own?
And he also reported that he did sign a NDA.
Colin?
No, Spike.
Oh, Spike. So it might be shelved.
Oh, it is. It's in the trash.
It's just a matter if he has a choice or not.
Now, a lot of people are screaming conspiracy theory. ESPN did just buy the NFL's app and Red Zone.
What are we doing? There's no conspiracy.
This is blatantly out there.
ESPN is in business with the NFL. What they did to Colin Kaepernick makes the NFL look bad. Yeah. You're shelving that.
Okay.
Come on, stop.
Is that simple?
Oh, it is. It is. I mean,
stop.
I always, my mantra. Like, if we're gonna, we play the game because we have a show, but us three know what it is, and at the time we knew what it was living through it. Was it wrong? Absolutely. Yeah. It's not more than to that. I thought it was an excellent silent protest. As the other protesters we have seen, and
yeah. No
this
fun.
Is right. I mean, this is where we live in.
He's sweeping his existence under the rug.
Never happened. Who is he?
Yeah. And last thing before we get to the top 10 list, WNBA released a schedule for playoffs coming up, and you'll be happy to know they only have 2 dates that they're competing with the NFL.
Not competing. The 2 days that are on the NFL schedule, which they should have got rid of.
That's not even a competition. It's an execution.
Last year was all of them. all the dates was competing with the NFL. So the fact that they reduced it to 2 out of 7 is commendable.
It should be a 0. I mean, that's what.
I totally agree.
1 through 8, weeks 1 through 18, people just locked in.
It's too. Yeah, it's too many.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
And that's for anything. Like I would say, for NBA, MLB.
No one's exempt.
NFL's king in America. Period.
All right, fellas. Time to get down to the nitty gritty. Top 10 power forwards.
Which I was told was tough.
Of all time. It's tough to get into. To me, the list was easy.
Right? Tough to break.
I think there's a lot of good power forwards that will not make this list.
The whole of good is packed.
Yeah, with the guys that didn't make the list.
Right, the whole of good is packed. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a lot of people outside this club. A lot of people outside the club. Couldn't get in.
Okay. All right. So let's start it off with P's top 10.
Okay. Number 10, top power forward of all time, Kevin McHale, which is crazy. We had the meeting. I think when I started watching basketball, he might have been top 2. Like, to me, I think it was him and Barkley when I first started watching basketball, the top power forwards.
Gave Barkley the most problems.
Yeah. I mean, granted, I didn't know about Elvin Hayes and Bob Pettit. Thank you, Internet. Number 9, Elvin Hayes, who I think is probably the most underrated player in NBA history. Like 20-10, has a championship, 20,000 points, 10,000 rebounds.
Youngest rookie scoring title.
Yeah. What didn't he do? So he's number 9 on my list. Bob Pettit, number 8. It's pretty much the same stats as Elvin Hayes, but I feel even Bob Pettit gets more love than Elvin Hayes. Well, he did on my list, so I guess I'm being a hypocrite because I got one above Elvin Hayes. I got AD, the first current player on there. Actually, the first current player I got on there at number 7.
Is he arguably the most talented player out that list?
No.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Just straight talent.
Straight talent.
Yeah.
KG?
I think he has a better 3-ball than KG.
A better shot too.
Better scorer than KG. And my thing with KG, I think AD's a better scorer than KG. I think KG could be a better scorer, but he just didn't want to
apply himself.
Yeah, so it's weird, but we'll definitely get to KG on this list. Number 6, power forward from Utah. I got Barkley at number 5. Who? One of the biggest things why I hold him in such high regard. I remember on the Dream Team, he led them in scoring. You can make the argument he was the best player on the Dream Team. You can make the argument.
2-time Hall of Famer.
Yeah, 2-time Hall of Famer. Just another 2010 guy. Put it down every night.
6'3".
Yeah, 6'5", 6'6".
6'4".
Didn't have much help until later in his career. Once he got KJ, went straight to the finals. Then, questionably he didn't even take care of his body that well. But I still got a number 5. Dirk Nowitzki, number 4. One of the greatest runs to a championship I've ever seen. 7 foot tall, probably really a center, but
power forward.
Put him at power forward. Speaking of, we got KG at number 3. My reasoning pretty much over the majority of these guys, like Dirk, Barkley, is defensively. He's as good. He's closer to Dirk and Charles in scoring, but in defense, they're not close to him. So that's why I have him at 3. I got Giannis at number 2. My reasoning for that over Garnett, I just think he's a better scorer. Again, I think KG has better fundamental talent,
right?
But Giannis puts up 30.
Yeah,
KG did. I know it's different eras, but So I think Giannis is
2 MVPs before 26.
Yeah. His trophy case is crazy. And number 1,
dare I say,
is Tim Duncan.
Dare I say,
I wanted it to be contrarian, couldn't.
Dare I say,
another.
Be shy.
He's 7 feet tall, but we'll say power forward. But
6'11".
Just a great player. To his credit, the best compliment I could give to him, I think he's the modern Bill Russell. To me, offensively, he never wowed me. I thought he was good, maybe a little bit better than average offensively, but defensively, I think he has 15 all-defensive teams. It's crazy.
Right place, right time type offensive scoring guy.
Right. And, despite what other people think, I'm not big on Tony Parker and Ginobili, so he really earned his 5 championships. I don't think he had much help.
He gets a lot of credit for which we think is normal, as a big man should. He kept the ball over his head. And that says a lot.
Big fundamentals.
That's what I'm saying. You're that tall and you keep it over your head, no one could get to it. I know it sounds stupid.
Yeah.
And the backboard is there for a reason.
Right.
I don't think he was poisoned by, I'm sorry, but American basketball trying to be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is how you play basketball. Okay, he doesn't know that this isn't cool. He's fundamentally sound. That gets you 5 championships and being the greatest, in my estimation, the greatest power forward of all time. Done.
Well said. I can just piggyback off of that.
Yeah.
The man in Utah. We'll go to number 9.
Okay.
Kevin McHale, best post-up player. Pure post-up player out this list. Like you said, he was way higher when we were growing up. Yeah. But we grew up and other players came along. Did a little research, found out about Elvin Hayes, and he skyrocketed over Kevin McHale individually. And not for what Kevin gave his team-wise. But like I said, 28.4 points. First time coming into the NBA. Get a lot of credit for that. Bob Pettit we're talking about. I think his worst year was his last year. 11 years, 11-time All-NBA, 20 and 10. But yeah, we're talking about 28, 17, 30, and again.
I think his final average is like 22 and 16.
22 and 16. But dethroned the Celtics.
Yeah.
And in a game 6 gave you 50 points and 19 rebounds to do it.
He beat Bill Russell.
Yeah.
Had to be pretty good. That's it.
Charles is an enigma, and he deserves to be where he's at. But like I say, I play around 6'5". I always say 6'3" just to be joke. I don't want to seem like harsh in complimenting him, but in the early stages of him, he played like a center, able to just spin off and pull off a two-hand from with people taller than him. I just didn't know how he mustered all that, and then getting the rebounds underneath the rim. Just from that perspective, made his career impressive. But then he changed out and became an outside shooter, and then later prolific in the three-point ball. Maybe a little too much for my taste later in his career, but just well-rounded, and an amazing player. And I think Charles gets credited for how great he was. I think a lot of because of his off-the-court stuff, which he's phenomenal for doing. But basketball play was tremendous. AD, a lot for me is, believe it or not, we talk about KG. AD for me is his defense. You know what I'm saying? Like basketball player wise, it makes sense. He caught a growth spurt late. He was a point guard, so all those tools he has in that physique makes him just well versed. Like I said, I think he's the best offensive player on this list. But defensive wise, love him. Giannis in there. I knock Giannis because I think he actually can get better, which would make him probably one if he did. Even with Duncan's chips, he's that dominant of a player with his raw talent, and he's at 4. Dirk, not best post, but best post moves, like top of the key, ball handling, not putting the ball in the ball handling to an extent of maybe one dribble pull up. Like I think he was like mastered that. He minimized a lot of effort and maximized a lot of results. Kevin Garnett, just a big fan. I mean, it was going to be anywhere from 1 to 4 with Kevin. High school phenom. One of those players that actually lived up to the hype of coming out. So, I mean, he set the standard to where you could say, like, high school players can succeed in this league. And Timmy, 5 chips, dethroned my Lakers. Best power forward to do it. So, I didn't see it coming out of Wake, I'll be fair.
Or I had Rashid.
He actually got back.
I had Rashid. Full disclosure.
way
Rashid.
better. Yeah. But well deserved for that 10 ball that we giving him at the number 1 spot.
All right, my list. Number 10. And I think this for me is just like a sentimental pick in the sense that, hey, I think he's so crucial to what his team has been able to do. I believe he has multiple Defensive Player of the Year awards. And yeah,
pleasantly surprised to see it though. To me, I mean, I like if I'd have saw the other guys we all talking about, it would have been pleasantly surprised because he is integral in those 4 championships.
So I got at number 10 Draymond Green. At number 9, I got Charles Barkley. I think a modern day comp for Charles is Zion. I think coming into the league, Charles was uber athletic, was able to take it, to your point, Hill, off the rim and go coast to coast, and slam it down two-handed. That was one of his favorite moves. And so I got him at number 9. I got Kevin McHale at 8. One of the best post players. footwork, moves in the post. I think he's one of the prototypes. Hey, as far as when you talk about footwork and moving in the post and up and unders and stuff like that.
Him the dream, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Footwork, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely.
Now I'm gonna get a little younger. I got Giannis at 7. For me, I agree with you guys as far as his dominance. But I think the people I got in front of him just have better skill set. Could do a little bit more, and have more options in their toolbox. I think Giannis, compared to the other people ahead of him, could be seen as a little bit one-dimensional. You know what I mean? In comparison to everybody else that I'm going to name ahead of him. At number 6, I got Dirk Nowitzki. Got him here. I acknowledge his offensive impact. The fact that he was able to lead, a Dallas Maverick team to the championship. But I kind of penalized him for not giving me more rebounds, and not giving me more on the defensive side.
Not his bag. You're right.
Yeah. So, and especially more so the rebounds. I think I could have, overlooked it and possibly pushed him up a little bit if he gave me more in rebounds. I don't think he's a double-digit guy.
Yeah. To your point, I don't know if he makes my list without the chip because of that lack of rebounding.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of really boosted him in my eye. Like,
yeah.
So I agree with you with the rebounding.
That run through the West and then taking out the
big
three.
Yeah.
Like, I think he beat Durant, Kobe, and then LeBron. Like,
big three. Bro.
Come on, bro. Like,
that run's crazy.
yeah.
So I got Elvin Hayes at 5. Like Hill said before, excellent player. I think he averaged like 20 and 13, or a little over 20 and 13. I got Bob Pettit at 4. I think he's career average 22 and 16. To your point, he won a chip against Russell and them boys. So got him at 4. Anthony Davis I have at 3. I think I got AD. I think
boy to ever do. I like that.
Honestly, if AD had been more healthy and was able to be on the court more, he'd probably be pushed up in the top 2 for me. Because I think, to you guys' point, what you said before, like, hey, he has the total package. He has the whole toolbox at his disposal. The biggest thing with AD is, hey, his availability. That's our biggest complaint. There's nothing that we don't think that he can do. So, and I got Kevin Garnett at 2, and I was on the fence. AD and Kev could have flip-flopped. Kev won it because availability. He's dependable. I don't have to worry about, how many games he's going to play in the season. That's not a question that I'm asking myself if I pick Kevin Garnett. That is a question I have to ask myself when I pick up Anthony Davis. It's, how healthy is he going to be? How many games is he going to give me this season? Is he going to be around for the playoffs? These are questions that plague Anthony Davis at this point. And at number 1, Tim Duncan. Big fundamentals. He's doesn't have a lot of flash. He just gets the job done. And to your point, P, with some of the teams that he's been able to get the job done, it's like, and who he's had to go through to get that job done, like, especially Kobe and Shaq, stuff like that. Yeah, Tim Duncan number one, man.
Yeah. Just looking at the list, our list, interesting, Tim Duncan, obviously. Mm-hmm. To your point, in the Kobe Shaq era, he won 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It might have not been the Kobe and Shaq era. You could make the argument it was the Tim Duncan era.
Yeah.
And also KG, he's top 3 in all of our lists. So that's, I don't know, I didn't really think about it, but that's pretty impressive.
Elvin Hayes only missed 9 games through his career.
Yeah. So.
And I'm glad he made it. Now, our final list.
Final list is funny. We all, besides Draymond Green, we pretty much agreed on every single player on the list, which is where we put them. Draymond Green, got the last place vote from Mo, got 1 point. Kevin McHale and the Ford from Utah both got 6. So they're 9-10, tied for 9th, however you want to do it. Elvin Hayes, I'm proud to say we got him as the 8th power forward of all time with 11 points. This is all out of 30 being the highest you could get. Charles Barkley at number 7 with 13 points. Bob Pettit, number 6 with 14 points. AD, to me, surprise. We have him as one of the top 5 power forwards of all time.
Do it.
Wow.
To ever do it.
And it's more, like you said, availability. As I look about the guys that are just named, he probably is better than them.
Yeah.
But I think they probably had better careers to this point. But
because because they've been available more, they played more.
And Anthony Davis has had a good career. It's not get crazy. He has the All-Star games, All NBA, championship. So, I'm surprised. Maybe I shouldn't be, but I'm surprised that he's regarded as WeNeeda5th top 5 power forward of all time. Someone who I'm not surprised, Giannis. Is actually tied with Dirk Nowitzki, so you could say he's 3rd or 4th, tied for 3rd, tied for 4th. So Giannis and Dirk tied for, we'll say, the 3 spot. 2 completely different plays, in my opinion. One more rugged, straight to the point, almost like a Shaq. I know you brought up like the skill, but I had him high. I had him number 2 actually, just because of the results. Like it's not pretty how he does it. But I had him over Garnett and Anthony Davis, and I know they have more, like, to steal your phrase, more tools in the toolbox than him. But I just feel like he just impact the game more than him, slightly, not by much. Dirk, we already went through his playoff run. We had him, so we have him and Giannis tied. KG, the 2nd greatest power forward of all time. I think he's a combination of that Anthony Davis toolbox and the result and impact of Giannis. You know what I mean?
Defense too.
He does it on both sides. So I kind of struggled between him and Dirk, but I just thought the defense took him over Dirk for me. And no big surprise, Tim Duncan, greatest power forward of all time.
And I always felt like with KG, I always felt like if he was more aggressive as he was on defense, as he on offense, he could have been number 1. And I think for me, that's the only reason why I do put him behind Timmy, in the sense that, hey, Timmy might not have been the most demonstrative or flashiest player, but when when he saw an opportunity to score or take that opportunity, he would call for the ball. He would, demand. I never felt like KG ever did that in his career, like where he is like, know what? It's barbecue chicken behind me. I'm hungry. Let me eat. Give me the damn ball. You know what I mean? He never had that. You never saw that with him.
What's crazy too?
And
I said
such a bag too.
I said prior to, I said McHale and Dream KG, his footwork and
Yeah.
his post-up
Yeah.
game is immaculate too. though.
Mm-hmm.
And just like Jordan, which is an enigma, their hands are bigger than a basketball, but they have so much control over the basketball. KG has very good dribbling skills for his height. So
He could have been a monster.
I
A
think
monster.
that's why. Again, where I put him up there a lot from what I know he should have been, more so than what he's actually given, which he's given him quite a bit.
Yeah.
Game.
And it's being nitpicky. You know what I mean?
We're so disappointed in Kevin Garnett in his career that we have him as the second best power forward of all
Right.
time.
Yeah.
That's fair.
We're so disappointed.
That's fair.
But you know what it reminds me of now that we're talking, like, I remember being at the court, people like McGrady and Kobe. It seems blasphemous now, but, you know, I remember, like, McGrady had Shaq. I feel like Tim Duncan and Garnett was like eye to eye at one point. And just like Kobe, Tim Duncan silenced that. He put it out of reach. He just did. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Again, you know, T-Mac, we know the talent that he was. We know how, you know, great Kevin Garnett is. But, yeah.
But unfortunately, T-Mac didn't even make our list.
Yeah. That was health. Well, health and not getting out the first round.
And effort not making, like, it hurts me to say Rashid's not on this list because I mean, you're talking
Chris Webber.
defense and talent wise, Sheed has it all.
Yeah, I would definitely. There's a lot of people. Just I don't say disappointed me. I was ready for them to move past that forward from Utah because I never liked him. I just never liked his game before the off. I just never. When I first watched basketball, I just didn't like how he played basketball.
Yeah.
Off the court stuff helped.
Yeah.
But like
Dirk
you
Garnett
said, we
and
were
Giannis
hoping.
up too.
Yeah, you were hoping for
I was
the
hoping
Rashid,
for
the Webber.
Rashid, Webber,
Blake.
Larry Johnson, Blake, Kevin Love, my guy, Derek Coleman,
Stoudemire.
who I remember, like, I think Barkley and Carmelo was just like, oh, this guy's next. And Derek Coleman, because he could handle the ball. He could shoot the ball. Defense,
Glenn Robinson.
You know, just didn't apply himself. And, you know, I say that with all due respect. He's a phenomenal talent. I was always a big fan of his, but, you know, it is what it is. But, yeah, Webber, same thing. Well, it's different for Webber. I think his is more injuries. But,
Yeah.
LJ.
And
LJ, the back gave out on him. And I think any of those guys we're naming could have been top 10 power forwards of all time, talent-wise.
Glenn Robinson?
I looked at him as a small,
Okay.
but Glenn had almost like an incognito career. Like, I feel like he played 10, 15 years, but I don't have any moments. You know what I mean?
He
Walking bucket. Don't get me wrong. Like,
yeah,
I think he averaged 20 a game for his career, like, on the low.
It's like the Bermuda Triangle people. Like Danny Granger was good at one point. You know what I mean? Like people were saying he was better than Paul George.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah, I mean,
He was.
but
Yeah.
he's gone. He's just disappeared.
Poof, yeah.
And none of us mentioned Robert Horry. And he has, 7 chips?
I'll be honest, I wouldn't put Ori in this category. Just, he was good.
But you had to get him to the playoffs. He wasn't good during the season, regular season.
Right. He was a good player. To me, his best year was like probably his rookie with Houston. Like, that's when he was like really, like, you know, he was a starting power forward or whatever. After that, I think he was just like, y'all let me know when y'all need me.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
One of the best role players of all time. Carlos Boozer.
Thoughts on Vin Baker?
Then
Another one. Poof.
it was Poof. I think he might have gave me a 2010 season. And I think he was ahead of his time. Like, he was probably, him and Derek Coleman was probably one of the first guys, like, at that height, 6'10", just get it off the rack. And not like, get off the rack, oh, I'm going to hurry up and control. Nah, take my time. You know what I'm saying? You know, not to throw shade at Barkley, but Barkley was taking that, I'm out. I'm not even giving you a chance to react. Vin was like, oh, you could come try to rip me, but I got handled for real. But, yeah, Vin was nice, man. It's one of them plays, like, 20 years from now, no one's going to remember him. I'm sorry to say it like that, but if you saw him play, like, dude was nice. Actually, you know what? I remember, I always say, I saw Giannis play in the Nets. I didn't know who he was. Like, I think it was about to be his rookie year. And he was, I think I went for, like, Joe Johnson was there, maybe KG and Pierce. It's like on their last leg when they were hurt. No, it was Jabari Parker. Remember? Number 2 pick in the draft that year. So I was like, okay, I get to see Jabari Parker against them. And I was like, who's the I even, couldn't pronounce his name, but I just remember this guy was like really tall with a handle.
Yeah, decent.
I did not know this was going to come, but I thought I was like, this guy could be something.
They got something over
I didn't
there,
think it was
boy.
going to be this. I thought he would be like a point guard because he was like really skinny back then, if you remember. But yeah, my point is that Giannis reminded me of Vin Baker. So that's what Vin Baker could have become. If I know he had some problems with alcohol and everything. I hope he's getting through that. But yeah, very talented dude.
All right. Hit us up on social media. Let us know what you think of our list. Who should we have added? Who should we have taken off? Hit us up on Facebook, Instagram. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification button so you know when the next video is coming out. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen to your podcast. And you can hit us up directly at WeNeeda5th@gmail.com.
Subscriptions and likes are free. Cost you nothing, man.
Yeah, man. Get it in.
Facts.
Fellas, what's on the radar?
The Shield is coming up, my guy.
Oh, yeah.
See what they do. I want to see what they do down there in Cleveland. I want to see the final cuts.
Flacco?
Pickett. Dylan.
What are we doing, man?
Get that on, ball.
I think the fourth one's getting traded. What's on your radar, P?
Piggyback off of that, fantasy football. We just had fantasy football at my job. So, apparently people don't value C.J. Stroud. So I'm looking for C.J. Stroud to have a good finish. Jared Goff. I feel good at my quarterback slot. I got Irvin at running back.
Bucky.
Bucky. I got Derrick Henry.
You just gonna give
at like 11.
Oh, I had no. You had 11. It's nasty.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah. Henry.
I
I got my man. I hope the contract situation works the way out of Washington. McLaurin. I need him out there. I wanted that kid Jaden. They snatched him up before I got there.
Terry.
And my man Mike Evans too, man. They sleep on him. 10
Consistent.
touchdowns, 1,000 yards every year. So, but that's on my radar. Fantasy football. I'm in this year.
Okay.
No auto draft.
What's on my radar? WNBA, the final stretch, getting down to the nitty gritty, coming up to playoff times. Got a nice little scrap going on for positions, I believe 6 through 10, and the top 8 go through. So 6 through 10 is like a game separation. So Sparks are in there making a push. Kelsey Plum. Asia Wilson is trying to make an argument for MVP. I still think it's Nafisia Collier's to have. She has the best record in the league. She's damn near 50, 40, 90 with her statistics. You could argue she could make an argument for Defensive Player of the Year as well. So I really feel like she's put in enough work. She's been hurt the last 5 games, so she hasn't been playing. Hopefully she'll be back before the playoffs start. Asia Wilson, like I said, she's been on a tear. She gave us a 30-20 game at one point. Paige Beckers, unfortunately, Dallas played their way out of the playoff contention.
Shout out, she put up that 44 ball the other night.
Yes, sir, in a loss.
That stinks.
And that's what helped, the Sparks stay in playoff contention. So, hey, looking forward to the WNBA playoff season coming up soon. Fellas, anything left before we go?
Come on, Shaq. Come on, Shaq.
We
top 10 centers.
Top 10 centers.
That's rough. That's rough.
I think that's. I always felt. We'll see how it shakes out.
Rough.
But I think that's the deepest position.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard getting out of California.
Yeah.
Rough out
If you're not a Laker, I don't know how you get on.
Yeah. It's
Celtic,
gonna be.
You got to be a Laker or Celtic.
Yeah. It's
Lakers
tough out there.
Lakers Celtic dream. I'm done.
Yeah.
Texas. You in Texas?
Dream.
Dream.
Yeah. A 10? Admiral? Is that a 10? Admiral's 10.
We'll see how this shakes out. We'll see how this shakes out. See how this shakes out.
Oh, Joker's there.
Joker and Embiid.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, my man, Admiral is
So I can't stay healthy.
Admiral
Admiral's probably in there.
I mean, Wemby is
5-time Depot?
Wemby is a.
5 times. Yeah, Davis
I
probably.
mean, Wemby.
Oh yeah,
Rudy.
Wemby, Rudy. Oh no,
Oh.
I'll find 10. I'll find 10.
Definitely.
I'll find 10. Spoiler alert.
Man.
Not gonna
I'll
be in
find
it.
10.
That should be great. Not even good. Great. Because one, I talk a lot of mess over the years, yo. One was always Shaq for me. And then it went to Wilt. Then I'm wise enough to say Kareem. Then it's going to be rough for me, boy.
I think you could put the top 5 in a hat and just pluck them.
Yeah.
And
It's gonna be.
nobody's gonna be mad at you.
Yeah.
How'd I get Russell? I 3 in California. I got Russell. That's what I was saying.
That's a Celtic. Oh yeah, that's a Celtic. Yeah.
That was 5.
I mean, did he go to college out in Cali? Russell? I think he went to San Francisco.
California Times.
California.
Should be right.
So, sentence. Hey, hit us up. Let us know what sentence we should be thinking about. We got a couple of sentences that we're gonna put on the list. Hey, watch out for the next show.
Yep.
Top 10 centers coming up.
Time is limited. That guy in San Antonio, man. Just saying.
To all our fifths out there,
Wow,
peace.
Peace.